Beautiful people. How you guys doing today? I don't know what day it's hot. And I feel like I just got through having a flash. There go my cat Curtis. Of course, he always got to chime in when I'm going live. Give me a second, guys. Stay in. Okay, I'm back, guys. I guess he had to see what was going on. First things first is always self-support. Self-support, guys. So I just got done running some errands, and I didn't do everything that I wanted to do or go to all the places I wanted to go to. But you know what? That's okay. I kind of got off to a late start. It's okay. Hey, Alice, how you doing? So I wanted to come on and eat lunch with you guys. I have a chicken sandwich and some fries. I'm not going to eat all these fries. I got it for Bojangles. It's not the best, but it's what I got, and it's what I'm going to eat right now. So, you know what? I might have to get a cat something because, like I told you, every time I try to go live or do anything, they act like children. I hope everyone has been having a good Saturday. I hope everyone has been having a good day. I was so glad to be back home. I'm glad to be back home, to be honest with you guys, because I went to Walmart and it seemed like everybody was in Walmart, and it just seemed like everybody was in Walmart, but it's okay. I was like, from now on, when I go, well, not from now on, but the next time I go, I really want to go in there and take my time when there's not a lot of people in there and I can really look like I want to. Because Walmart has some good deals on the food and everything, because I haven't grocery shopped in there in a long time. Hey, Mir, how you doing? Thank you for joining in on the live. And so I was kind of ready to get home because it was a lot of people, and I'm someone, I really don't like to go to places where it's a whole lot of people, because people energy be off and it kind of throw me off. It throws me out of whack. And I'm working on getting my, like I said last night in my live, I'm working on getting my energy aligned straight, because right now it's a little bit like this. And so, Curtis. Hi, Annie. What? So it was just a little off, but it was cool nonetheless. You about to eat also? Well, that's good, yeah. I wish I could just say I'm eating a salad, but I'm not. I know all this stuff is going to be on this sandwich, but it's okay. And I apologize ahead of time if you feel like I'm being rude, eating with food in my mouth. But anyway, I wanted to come on here, guys, and I was just thinking about something. And I just wanted to chit-chat with you guys about something, because I was talking to my husband. I think it was last night. Hold on. See, I'm trying to eat in the cat. Give me 1 second, y'all, because this is such rudeness I'm experiencing right now. Curtis, like, what's really going on? Hold on. Come on. Come on. Come here. Move out the way. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. Not trying to be funny, but sometimes my cat could come off like a little bully. He feel like he really runs around here, and he don't. And I just had to give him some food. I just gave him some salt because so he can like really chill out because he knows I run this, but he tries me sometimes. So just to keep him occupied, I'm just gonna do what I gotta do. So, like I was saying, oh, he wanted about. I gotta do something because I'm trying to eat and I'm on this live and I don't want him in my face while I'm eating because that's nasty. But anyway, so like I was saying, guys, yeah, it was last time I was having a conversation with my husband. We was kind of talking about like work and stuff, and I was just thinking about like when you go to school, and just thinking about like when it comes to jobs and everything, because it seemed like it's like to me, I get 50-50 when it comes to working. I get sometimes that certain people, they I can hear their dialogue or conversations or something that they have where they sometimes people feel like working for somebody, they just really don't agree with it. You know, they look down on people that work. You know what I mean? But then I feel like at the end of the day, even if you own your own business, you still working. You still working for somebody. You still working for yourself. Unless you got this wealth where you don't have to do anything. You just at home and really just collecting a check like that, and it's like good a lot of money where it's so much that you really can't spend it, and you own your own business. Then you can say something. But I feel like you can say something about people that actually work. But I just feel like sometimes people kind of look down on people that work. And then I was watching this show, like I was talking on my live yesterday. I had saw like this episode of this show called Wags Atlanta, and it's this one lady who she's married to a guy. He's a retired football player, and she was talking to one lady about this other lady that has a child by this guy, and they're not married. And then it's just the way she comes off. She had this demeanor like she don't like associate herself with like women who have kids. I guess is out of wedlock, or like if you don't have a college education or a college degree and stuff like that. And I was talking to my husband last night, and I was sitting up here and I was thinking to myself, it's amazing to me. Like if you really sit back and you really think about it, if you look at entertainers, as far as a person that plays basketball, football, baseball, professional soccer, wrestling, to even tennis, for the most part, they're not doing anything. I mean, they're using their mind because you got to be quick, but they really, it's like a skill of the eye, the arms, and the legs, and the skill of the body. It's not so much thought into what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Even like with the coaches, like if a coach has a team that's not winning games, the coach will get fired from their job. You know, it's just I know I might be all over the place. So I'm just trying to explain myself. It just amazes me because, like I've been seeing on TV and stuff like that, like certain people that are like quarterbacks or well, just say football players and basketball players. Oh, they got a new contract for 2 years for like $49 million. For a football player, $49 million for 2 years. But you got people that's out here that's like, who? I just want to know who came up with that's how much a person, an athlete that's supposed to represent, I guess, a state or something, that they make that much money. But you got people out here that separate babies. Like it's people out here who separate Siamese twins, or doing heart transplants and removing sicknesses from people's bodies so they can live longer. You know what I'm saying? Like it just amazes me, and I'm like, do these people, these the ones that need to be making like 50 million a year? You mean to tell me that a person can have a child that they connected by the head, and you got this doctor who can go up in here and look and know how to separate these kids from the head, and they can somewhat have a normal life? I think they should be making like $1 million. I also think teachers should make a whole lot more money than they make. I feel like teachers are out here, if you really think about it, that's just my opinion. Teachers, especially teachers that teach like young kids, because when kids get older, they start thinking they know everything, and you really can't tell them nothing because it's more so on the computer. And I just be wondering too, Why do kids have to go to school from K through 12? Why do kids got to go to school from like age 4 to like 17? Because at the end of the day, it's like, what is it that the children, I be thinking about myself, what was it that I really learned in school when I was in the 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th grade? Like I took algebra, and algebra was because when I was in school, I used to be like on the A honor roll. I was a National Honor Society, and amongst other things, I used to get terrific kid and stuff like that. But then when I got in the 9th grade, I got my first E in algebra because I could not understand algebra and geometry. I could not understand neither one of those maths. Like I just couldn't. It was like a foreign language to me. I just could not get it. I could do adding and subtracting. I could do multiplication and division. But when it comes to that, even the less than, greater than, I used to get them confused. I'm like, wait a minute, it look like this? So this number right here is the high number, so that means this number is higher than this. That used to confuse me, the less than, greater than. That used to confuse me. Fractions somewhat confused me. But that algebra type, that y equals and 5, 8 and all that, it was a no-go for me. I just couldn't do it. And I was telling my husband, I said it's amazing that people say like teachers that teach like small children, because these people are coming in teaching these kids how to read, to write, and stuff like that. And like really, if you think about it, teachers that teach like small kids is kind of helping groom them to be the type of people they're gonna be in school in the first place. That's just my opinion. Because if you got, because a teacher can like help bring a child out of being shy. They can help bring a child who might, just bring a child out of their element because of how they might act at home versus when they act at school, if I'm making sense. You know what I mean? And I just feel like teachers should be making way more money than they make. Doctors should be making way more money than they make. And like the people that's actually really saving lives out here. Because it's a lot of people that's like, in my opinion, there might be doctors or nurses, but sometimes a person can go to the hospital and might not make it home. And sometimes it's all on the mistake of the doctor or the nurse. But you will never know that though. We don't know that. And you don't know if a person just really getting by or if they really learn how to do something or they just guessing it and practicing it along the way. Because I feel like when people are in a hospital and a doctor that can actually stop something from happening and know like the nerves and veins and can actually fix it. Because I know the times I've been to the doctor, I had to go to the emergency room or something, they got a lot of stuff off of Google, just the thing they print. But I just was really thinking about just like with school and degrees and stuff like that. Just like you got some, now I'm not knocking people, but you got some people who got a bachelor degree, you got some people who got a master's degree, and you got some people that got a doctor, a PhD, and they got these extra degrees, and it's good and all, but I just feel like they got the schooling in them, and that's good because they using their mind, they thinking. But it just be confusing to me how entertainers can go out here and make all these millions of dollars, but you got these people that's actually really like these people that got their PhDs and stuff. They coming out here building bridges, that people driving on. They figuring it out. You know what I mean? Building these buildings, just coming up with all these things. Even the people that's working to try to find cures for sicknesses and stuff. Why aren't those people getting paid? That can like really help the human race getting paid way more money than what they're getting paid. That's the part I really don't understand. It just puzzles me. And my job, I work a 9 to 5. Yeah, I sit at the computer and stuff and read emails and stuff like that. Yeah, that's what I do. But I still feel like I should get paid more than what I do because I'm sitting up here reading, I'm doing, you know what I mean? I was just thinking about that. I was just thinking about just college degrees and just thinking about entertainers and how is it that these people who's really not using their mind at all, they just hitting a ball, hitting a home run, or tackling somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the thing too, like even with football, who came up with football? Who came up with if I throw you the ball, you either gotta run to this end, but before you run to the end, I gotta grab you and slam you on the ground. it's kind of like to me, football is like a fight game. It's kind of like a fight. It's just a fight to the finish. Just what I think when it comes to football. And I'm sitting up here and I be thinking like, how is it these people get paid 1 year $26 million, and all somebody doing is throwing in the ball, and I gotta catch this ball, and it's like 40 men on the field, and I gotta just run from here to here, and if I can do that, all praises, I get 6 points. And then you get the little guy to come out on the field and he kicked the ball through the H and we got 7 points. Or I throw this ball, I catch it, and when I catch this ball, I gotta run, but I'm also in risk. I'm putting myself at risk to actually run down to the other end of the field and hope that don't nobody tackle me. Because if they tackle me, they can, unfortunately, you can become unalive. You can get head concussions, you can get broken bones, you can get the wind knocked out of you, can get hurt. It's just a lot that you can get by falling on the ground and bruising your body up. Yeah, I know they got on pads and helmets, but still, it's like if you really think about it, these people are really just putting a body, they temple through a lot for the 26 million for the 1 year. If you really think about it, they putting their body through a whole lot of harsh stuff. But it's just their body. And it's like, what is it that they're doing to help somebody when you playing football, when you playing basketball and stuff like that? But you got these people, these doctors and stuff like that, that's saving lives every day, or just in general. You know, I even look at the people that work with the unalive, like morticians and stuff, like what my husband does. Like it makes you think like these people are dealing with people at the saddest times of their life. You know what I'm saying? It just really make you think about certain stuff and where did it come from that these people can just make this much money by doing this. Just like I was telling him about lawyers. It's like if you really think about it, and I'm not knocking nobody, but to me, when it comes to lawyers and stuff like that, it's like, I know say for instance, if it's a video, right? And you see this person commit the crime, it's a fact that this person set up here and committed this crime. Say like if it's somebody who unalived a bunch of people, right? So you mean to tell me it's a fact that this person that set up here and unalived all these people, and this lawyer, this person gonna come in and gonna convince just some strangers that's out here, you know, that's gonna sit up here to be this jury, and I'm a lawyer, and say my cat Curtis is a lawyer. So what me and Curtis' job really is to convince the jury. Which one of us can convince the jury the best that, hey, this person don't need to go to prison, they just need to go to a psychiatric hospital. You know what I'm saying? They need to be, you know, they need to spend like 5 years in a psychiatric hospital. They don't need to go to like a stump down prison. Which one of us can actually convince the person the most when you know a lot of times these people that committed these crimes? That's what we got to think about. Who is the best convincer? And that's it. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. Who can talk the best game to get this person off? Who can talk the best game? And at the end of the day, you have some people that's in prison that didn't commit no crime at all, but they still got found guilty for whatever reason. Was it because this person that went to school and did all this, they just didn't convince the jury the best way? Because you can't tell me that a person that, this is just my opinion, this is what I think. I think a person that's been charged with maybe like unaliving somebody or doing some real like, say like for instance, doing some real harsh stuff. You can't tell me that their lawyer don't know that they really did it or not. I'm sure they've had that conversation with the lawyer. Yeah, I did it, but I need you to get me off. I need to charge you $200 an hour. That's how much I'm charging you. Say somebody for capital murder. Hey Jemiah, how you doing? Hey. That's just what I think. That's just what I think. And then, and guys, I'm not trying to be negative. It's just stuff that I just come across my mind. Because when you somebody who watch social media, that's why I said at the end of the day, I gotta take a break from social media. Now I'm not one that I'm not a person that's huge on TikTok. Even though I need to upload more of my shorts and stuff for TikTok and stuff, because I feel like maybe that might help my YouTube channel. But I'm not one that be spending hours and hours on TikTok. I just don't. It just don't excite me like that. But I feel like TikTok is going to replace Google. That's just what I think. Because TikTok got everything. To me, TikTok can somewhat be like the dark web if you think about it. If you really think about it, TikTok can be, because every time you turn around, oh, I got this off TikTok. Oh, I'm going to try this viral recipe. I got this off TikTok. Oh, I'm a such and such and such. I got this off TikTok, just TikTok. Everything is TikTok. And you know, TikTok, that's like with time. Don't the clock go TikTok, TikTok? That's the clock. So it's like you wasting your time just being on this app all freaking day when you can actually be really, really enjoying your life and doing things. I ain't saying there's nothing wrong with being on it sometimes, but just think about it. It's called TikTok. And don't the clock go tick-tock, tick-tock. Ain't that what we noticed from time? That's what time is. From back in the day, the clock going tick-tock. So now they got this app called TikTok because it's taking all your time. And I heard somebody say, I was listening to them. Who was it? It was Tasha K. I was listening to her, and she was saying something about, and it made sense. She was saying something about how when you go outside and you take walks and stuff, you should have your phone because the phone is sucking up all the energy that you get from the trees, the grass, and you know the nature that's outside. She was like, you shouldn't even have your phone with you. Your phone should be put away. And because she said, we're energy beings, like the creator, God, if you want to call him the creator, Lord, whatever you want, whatever the creator is to you, to me the creator is whoever created all of this. I have faith in the creator. And she said, you get your energy and stuff from outside. But when you have your phone with you, that your phone is sucking up all the energy that you get from nature. And she said, you notice how, and I had really thought about it too when she said this. She said, you notice how a while ago, well, some time ago, you know how you can shake somebody's hand or touch somebody and you shock them? I've done that before. You're like, ooh, you shocked me. Or, oh, I'm sorry, I shocked you. She said, that's the energy being transferred. When was the last time that happened? I don't remember the last time I touched somebody and I shocked somebody. I might have been in my 20s. That was over 20 something. I don't remember. Like, I cannot honestly say, oh, last month I touched somebody and I shocked them or they shocked me. I don't remember that. And she was saying, remember how they used to be up, and now you don't even hear that anymore. And I was like, wow, that makes sense. That actually makes sense, you know. Hold on, y'all, because Curtis trying to open the back door. Give me a second. Come on. Go ahead. You want to go out, honey? You want to go out? Sorry about that, y'all. I had to take care of the cat, make him go outside. The other cat, she don't want to go outside. Like I told y'all, you know, our other cat, Aunt, she having kittens, so I'm trying to learn how to deal with that and what we're supposed to do with her. But anyway, but like I was saying, by me watching social media, I just see stuff and certain things just go through my mind and just be making me question stuff. Just like the little young man that passed away from the hazing or something. He was like in a sorority. And it made me think, like, what's the importance of like the sororities? That's like a club. I don't know much about them. I'm not trying to sound ignorant or down it. I don't know what it is, but it's just sad to me that for somebody to be a part of something, now this young man not living no more. Why? What was done to him to make that happen? Why did that happen to him? Why did it happen? And it's like, if you know those type of things happen and has happened before, why would anyone want to be a part of it anyway? That's just like somebody being part of a gang. I've heard about how people, if they want to be in a gang association, like a bunch of people got to jump on you and beat you up, and you got to fight them. So like, I'm not understanding what happened to cause that little young man to lose his life. It won't even worth it. That just don't make sense to me. And my thing is, I don't know, because I don't know much about sororities at all. I just don't. I just know I heard of a Delta and a Kappa, and the pink and green one, and stuff like that. But what I'm saying, if people in it, then that's what they want to do. That's fine. That has nothing to do with me. I'm just saying I don't know much about them. I don't know really anything about them. But I'm just saying, I'm just wondering, like, whenever somebody want to go to a sorority or be a part of one, do you get a guideline, or does someone explain to you that certain things is going to happen? They call it, I guess, hazing, that you can possibly lose your life. I just don't understand that. I really don't understand stuff like that. I just don't. I feel like if it's something that's presented, and I know straight up front all the rules to it, and it's something bad, I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to be a part of nobody putting harm to me, and I'm putting harm to somebody else. I don't want to be a part of nothing like that. Just to say that I'm in this, I'm a part of this, I just don't want to do it. I just don't want to do it. And it's just real sad, guys. It's real sad. This young man was doing something with his life, trying to make something of himself, and trusted this sorority or these people, and then that happened to him. That's like so unfair. So unfair. That's why, and I guess sorority is supposed to be like a brotherhood or a sisterhood. You ain't no brotherhood, no sisterhood. If that happened to that little young man, that's not a brotherhood. That's not. You causing harm to someone. That's not. So, yeah. Hey Ava, how you doing? Yeah, I don't think they understand it either, because I feel like if they did understand it, they wouldn't do it. I feel like that they wouldn't do it either. And it's sad, And people really got to think about stuff that's presented to them. You really have to be careful, and you really have to think about the people that you let in your life. You have to be careful about the people that you confide in about things. You got to be careful about the people you feel like you can trust, because some people might seem cool. That's what let me tell you something. Same thing with relationships. Friendships the same way, I feel. Just like a relationship, you know how everybody be like in the beginning, oh, it's so beautiful, and oh my God, it's butterflies, and I'm just head over heels, because that be the person representative. And then as time go on, people start changing. They ain't changing. That's just really who they really are. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes some stuff be dormant for a minute. That just be who that person really is. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like certain things people go through will bring out certain parts of them that you didn't even know existed. And now you all caught up in the middle of it, or caught intertwined with it. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with friends. You can meet somebody, you be like, oh my God, I like hanging out with this person. They so cool. This and that. I have a ball with them. I have so much fun. All I do is laugh. They just crack me up. And next thing you know, that person ain't even a good friend no more. They're not really even a friend. They're not a friend at all. They're not a friend at all. So, we just gotta watch this stuff, y'all. We all just gotta watch it. And just be mindful. And just be careful. And those of us, like myself, that work a 9 to 5, 8 to 4:30, 7 to 3:30, 10 to 10, 12-hour shift, first, second, third, it don't even matter. Make sure you still enjoy life as well. Make sure you still enjoy life as well. Do things that you love to do. But you know, at the end of the day, you gotta go out here and you gotta make a living some way, somehow. In an honest way. There's sometimes things unexpected happen, or that's just how they were born. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Listen, I saw this video, y'all. And like I said, this could just be random topics. Onyx, go lay down somewhere. I don't know why she keep pacing the floor. I had saw this video. This lady was at the emergency room, and she was pregnant. And I think it was her husband or boyfriend or somebody. He was there with another lady that was pregnant too. It was messed up, y'all. That little lady, she was like, "What, you know?" And he up there coming, my brother. I said, "You know what? It makes me wonder sometimes why people do the things they do and act the way they act. We just do." And then that's what I'm saying. That's another reason why I gotta get off social media. There's so much negative stuff on social media. So much negative stuff. So much negative stuff. That's why it be amazing and it be a blessing when you can find a man or you can find a woman that won't embarrass you. When you can find somebody who won't embarrass you in front of other people, you have found you a good person. You have found you a good person. No, it don't mean he was messing with them on the same day. It's just that he was messing with them around the same time and he wasn't using no protection. Just like the little basketball player, what's his name? Anthony Edwards. Is it Anthony Edwards? They say he about to have somebody else got a DNA test. I'm like, damn, he just sleeping, messing with a lot of women, ain't he? That ain't cool. That ain't a good look. You got Ava said that's why I'm abstinent. People don't care. Ain't nothing wrong with it. You gotta do what you gotta do for you, honey. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Yeah, some people don't care. They feel like it's a thrill. They feel like it's a thrill. Or some people get off competing with somebody else. Mm-hmm. Some people get off on that. But I look for that more for young people, but it be older people too. Hey, Alex. Hey, you want to go outside? Oh, he's talking to me. What you want? Hmm? What you want, sweetheart? I don't know what that means. I'm sorry, y'all. What you want? What you want? I gave you some food. You want some? You got water? You got water? You want to go outside? Hmm? Let me check and see if she want to go outside. Y'all give me a second. Come on, Annie. You want to go outside? You want to go outside, sweetie? No? What you gonna do? What you want? What's going on with the cat? What is it, sweetheart? What you want? What you want? You don't want to go out there? What is it? I don't understand. Come on. You want to go outside? What you gonna do? You don't want to go? Okay, well, listen. Let me. You want? What is it that you want? Let me make sure your name is open. Come here. I don't know what you want, sweetheart. Okay, beautiful people, I'm back. Sorry about that. No, thank you. I have something all ready to eat. I'm eating on now. So I'm good. Thank you for asking me. I don't know what's going on with the cat, guys. She wants something, but what she wants, I don't know. Yes, ma'am. Age have no limit. Some people ever grow up and you be like, why ain't no way? Yeah. You want to get a cat? Listen. You can get a cat, Ava. Because I told she, Onyx gonna have some kittens. I know you gotta feed her double because I do be trying to feed her double, but it's food over there left that she didn't eat, and Curtis, he ate some of it, but he went outside, so. Guys, when I tell you the pollen outside is thick, it's thick. But it made me question, is that real pollen or not? Because I don't remember the last time I saw pollen like that. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. Make sure I drink my water. Jemai, you been coughing and sneezing? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, it's real thick out there. Like, stuck on the cars and stuff. And then it's like, when you walk, it's like this cloud. And it's like really affecting people. It's like really affecting people. It's amazing to me how so much pollen, but I haven't seen any bees around anywhere. Yes, it's a thick yellow, very thick. I think spring started already, Ava. Listen. Let me spring 2025. It started on March 20th, on Thursday. Yeah, it's already started. Mira says she's never been allergic to this pollen before. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm wondering, like, if it's pollen or not. Like, what is it really? That's like I was saying last night when I was on live. I be seeing drones over my house or over the neighborhood, and they always be in like the same spot every day. And I'm like, what is it about them coming to the same spot all the time? What are they doing up there? And also another thing too, like I was saying, I had said in my live last night as well, my job is near the airport. And so several times I've seen several planes coming and going, coming in for a landing, leaving. I never see any smoke or anything behind them. I just never have. And I've seen them coming in to work. Where my job is, it's a big cul-de-sac that you can walk around. So I've always seen planes over the years. And I've never seen them have smoke. However, it could be some days, mornings, just whatever. You could be outside and you can see those little, I guess it's a plane. I just know you can just see something, and like I said, it's either going straight up or they going over to the side, and sometimes it might be two or three of them. They kind of be going like maybe the same direction, and you just see this white stuff behind them. I'm guessing it's smoke. I don't know, but you can see it. It be for a while too. Then after a while, you don't see the stuff anymore. So I'm like, what is it that is there something they spraying in the air? It has to be something that they spraying in the air. It has to be. Because when you see just a regular plane, you don't see the smoke and stuff coming out of it. But those you do. It like leaves a trail the whole time. Going straight up in the air. And it's like, where are they coming from? What is it? What is that stuff that's coming out? And like I said before, got a little dog, Princess. So when I take Princess outside, I'm forever sneezing, forever coughing. Every day it don't matter. It's going to be a sneeze coming from somewhere. And I'm like, where did that come from? Even like when you be in the house and you like, even I know sometimes for me, I can be asleep and I might get a tickle in my throat. It wake me up in the middle of the night. And I be like, having to cough and everything. And I have to give me like some water to drink. I'm like, where is that coming from? What is that's seeping through? Even if you don't have the window open, you still got cracks in your doors and in your house and in the window. That stuff be seeping in. What is that stuff coming in? The weather's about to start acting up yet. It's spreading some. You hope it help you lose weight. Listen, you know what I said? I'm gonna invest in me a walking pad. I want me a walking pad, like a walking treadmill pad. There's some other things I need to get to. And there's some other stuff that I've been looking at. I've been doing my research on. And I think I'm going to go ahead on and get it. But I'm going to try. But I'm going to stop saying I'm on a diet. I'm going to just say I'm just changing my eating habits for a while. Or I'm going to just enjoy life. It is what it is at this point. I'm going to enjoy life. However, enjoy my life the healthiest way possible. The best way possible. Making sure I drink my water. Get the exercise in there. Eating, for the most part, 85% the best way I can. And also eliminate any kind of stress and drama from my life. Toxic shit. That's just what it is. Eliminating that. That's like key. That's like number one right there. And like I was saying last night, Abel, when I was on live, I said 3 things that's affecting us as human beings. One is the TV, social media, and the radio, because we sit here watching it, seeing it, hearing it, and it's a lot. I see more negative stuff on social media than I do positive. And it's affecting people mentally. It's affecting us mentally. The commercials and things that we hear, all that kind of stuff. It don't matter what you listen to. You can't even watch cartoons no more, because cartoons got stuff in there that you be like, wait a minute, that's in the cartoon. You can't turn it off. People be like, well, you shouldn't listen to this, or why you don't watch this? It don't matter what you listen to. It's always gonna be something negative. But you listen to. It just is. That's just the point of the fact of it. Um, that affects us mentally. The food, no matter what we eating, it's gonna be something. You can go to Publix, Wegmans, Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, Food Line, Kroger, Farmers Market. You can go to. It don't matter what store, where you go to. It don't matter. All of it still gonna have something in it. Nothing is like pure. It's just not. It's just not. The food we eat. So it don't matter even if you cook it at home. If you go to a restaurant, you go somewhere, it doesn't matter. It's still, it's going to be something. You just got to do the best you can. Try to make the best choices that you can. Because that's the truth of the matter. It's like when we go get these salads and stuff from the store, even the salads that we bring home, like some of them don't even have dates on them no more. And some of them be lasting in the refrigerator for a long time. It's like, why is this lasting so long? Or why is this cut? Like even, that's why I get broccoli florets. Excuse me, because when I get the broccoli with the stem, it's like you can boil them. I'm talking about the frozen kind. For so long and it still don't be feeling right. It's like, why did that broccoli feel like that? I'm like cutting it just don't feel right. Even fresh is best. I always say fresh is best. Trying to get the fresh fruits and vegetables. But then it's like, what is that stuff on it? Why it tastes like this? Why is it, what is that taste? What is this stuff? We don't know. We don't know. It's the foods. Like even sometimes I've been in certain grocery stores and I have to get frozen for the simple fact, it's like the produce, I'm just sitting there looking like I can't believe nobody even set this out. Like you really saw, you work in the produce section at the grocery store and you really saw this to think to take this off the truck, unpack it off the pallet, and you looked at it and you set this up on the shelf for somebody to buy. And the price is going up on it. And the prices is going up. It's like it don't matter. People gonna still get it. That's the way they looking at it. I can put whatever price I want to on it. People gonna still get it. Still get it. It don't matter. It doesn't matter. That, the food, and then the air. That's what, like, we need this stuff to survive, guys. We need our mental state to be good in order to survive. We just do. Because if your mental not good, you're not going to survive. Because stress can take you out. It just can. Stress can take you out. That's just the truth of the matter. It can drive you freaking crazy, but it can take you out or cause people to do stuff to somebody else to cause harm to somebody else. It can just make you, it can just make your life be hell. Like stress can cause you to be locked in a jail cell. It just can. That's why you have to watch who you be around. Watch what you allow someone to say to you, and watch how you allow someone to treat you, because stress can take you out. It just can. And I feel like, to me, I'm personally a person, I don't feel like when people, like, especially when it comes to like the physical of it, when people start putting hands on people, I don't feel like there's no second chance for that. It ain't no second chance after that. It's just not. That's just what I feel. I believe in my bones. There's no second chance after that, because it's going to continue on. And that's for male or female. Stress can take you out mentally. You need your mind to be right in order to function out here, because you can be so down in your mental where you don't even want to get up and bathe or do nothing. Eat. You won't be able to sleep. You don't want to drink nothing. You don't want to do nothing. You don't want to take care of yourself. That's not good. It's not good at all. Stress. Then, like I said, the food. And then the air. The stuff that they putting out here in the air. We don't know what we breathing in every day. We just don't. We just don't. And some people like, oh, the drones is good. How you know? How do you know if a drone in the air is good or not? How do you know? Is you the one? If I'm not, listen, let me tell you something. Can't nobody convince me that a drone is good or not unless it's me, Dionne, right here, right now. This my drone. This the drone. This the drone right here. And I got the remote. And I know in this drone right here, I personally put some, I don't know, just something healthy that can purify the air that I came up with. And I know for a fact that it works. And I'm the one, and I'm controlling it, and I got it up in the air. And I know, okay, yeah, this is something good right here. Because I'm doing it. But if somebody else doing it, I don't know. I can't take their word for it. I'm just not going to. I don't know. It could be a good thing. It could be a bad thing. At the end of the day, I don't know because I'm not the one that's putting the drone in the air. I don't even know what kind of drone it is, what's up in there. I don't know, so I can't speak on it. Unless you right there with the people that's putting those drones in the air and know exactly what they putting in there, then you can take the word for it. But I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna listen to this person over here, and they said that this what it. How they know? Are they the ones doing it? If they are, then yeah, okay, I get it, I agree. But if they not, I can't. I'll be like, okay, because I don't know. I don't know. You just take stuff for face value. Just take it. This is just how I feel. So, the stress, food, like I said, TV, radio, social media, all that stuff plays on the mental. We need to have a healthy mindset. We have to have a healthy mind. We just do. Protect your energy at all costs. Just do the best you can when it comes to eating. You want to enjoy yourself. You want to enjoy life. You want to do, enjoy the things that you like that bring you comfort. And if it's a cake, if it's some ice cream, if it's a salad, if it's water, if it's a soda, if you want to have a glass of wine, if you want to have your beer, if you want to have you some hemp, if you want a gummy, whatever you feel that you want to do every once in a blue moon to bring you comfort or that you like, enjoy your life. But make sure you enjoy your life responsibly. Make sure you enjoy your life responsibly. And I really try to be one of those people, y'all. I really work on not trying to cause just annoyance to people's lives. Cause then it's like if something happen, like I really annoy the hell out of that person. You know what I'm saying? I don't try to cause annoyance to anybody. It's like what good can this person say about me? Or what good, you know what I mean? That's what you want. Because I know some people personally that certain people that they just the way they treat them sometimes and have treated them for years. Like basically, I ain't gonna say all of my life, but most of my life from by the time I can remember stuff. It's like you a little harsh on a particular individual. You've been a little harsh on a particular individual. But you know what? Sometimes people, when they do stuff like that later in life, as we get older, you start sitting back, realizing and thinking about stuff like, you know what? Why was I like that to that person? What did I get out of it? That's the stuff that we got to sit back and think about. And I feel like when you know better, you do better. This is what I think. I know I'm just rambling, y'all, but we just chit-chatting. We just talking it up, random topics. What she said? Okay, we get back in the comments. Hello, Skelly. What is that? Kelly. Skelly, how are you? Yes, it's good because you'll hear something disturbing, okay? Everything in the country is chemical based. It is chemical based because what is bioengineered? They'll be on a lot of stuff bioengineered. And it be some stuff that I can't even pronounce the words. I'm like, what the heck does that mean? What does that say? But we just eat it. I was watching something and somebody was spraying bleach on the lettuce. I said, wow, they do that in the stores. That's crazy. One space is like that of space shows wrong. So our aliens real, so it was wrong the whole time. Say nothing. I believe in I feel like it's aliens out here. I ain't trying to be funny, but I feel like when they be showing the pictures of babies developing, in the wound and stuff, they be looking like how they. You be like, well, I don't know, I don't know. But I believe aliens are real. I do believe that. Yeah, I think they real too. I think they are too. And I feel like I feel like aliens are real too. I just think that I think so too. I'm trying to tell you because yeah, I feel like all these other planets out here that we don't know nothing about. Because I feel like it's life on other planets. They probably call us aliens too. Yeah, baby lad, you be like, why the babies be looking like that when they be in the developing thing? You know, I feel like it's aliens out here. I feel like it's a whole lot of stuff out here that we don't know nothing about. I feel like it's people that's like cloning. Like I've heard of people that I heard they got this thing that's coming out that people can do where they can freeze themselves and be frozen for a while and then be unfrozen later on in life or something like that. It's so much stuff that people doing, and I really feel like this is my question. Why hasn't anyone thought about what's the point of AI? What's the real point of artificial intelligence? I think it's called artificial intelligence. What's the real point of AI? Like, if you really think about it, what's really the point of AI? And they said that Bill Gates said something about AI, like I guess robots gonna replace like doctors and teachers and stuff. Like, what's really the point of AI? I'm really it's like it's it just makes me wonder like what direction is the world going in? What direction is the world going in? Because it's like kids are like way before their time. Kids are so grown now. Nobody is, nobody is really. I'm not. I'm. You don't find a lot of people that's talented anymore. Everybody is wanting to be 18, 19 years old and be entrepreneurs and making hundreds of thousands of dollars and they like 18 and 19 years old. You know what I mean? It's just weird to me. Just like how young people are. They look so, they're children, but they try to live in like a grown up world. It's like, what direction is the world going in? I just don't get it. I really don't get it. You don't really see, I don't hear or see anything anymore about teenagers, male or female, playing instruments, like playing the clarinet, playing the trombone, playing the flute, playing the saxophone, playing the piano, playing the violin. I don't see none of that no more. Oh, you see this girl, she 20 years old, but she got all this makeup and all this stuff, this money, but she trashing about her fourth, fifth property. I can show you, I can do an ebook on it. It's like when do children be children? Children don't be children no more. They just don't. All you see is little kids, even not even one, with an iPad in their hand. They could be at a restaurant in the high chair, the iPad right there propped up, and the parents them eating, and the baby just stuck on the iPad. Or they could be, I've seen kids that be at the mall, the stroller, in the grocery store, they focusing on the iPad. I never see a parent in the store anymore with their little kids. Like, I don't even see children really cutting up in the store like they used to no more. You used to see little kids falling out because oh Lord, they want this snack because they paying attention to what their parents getting in the grocery store. That's just what they do. Because I used to work part time at Targets one time. I worked at grocery stores before, throughout my life growing up. So I've seen how kids throw tantrums because they want this snack or they want this toy or you might hear a child holler every once in a blue moon, but that's because it be a little small baby crying, and I'm like, why wouldn't the mama pick them up just to see if the baby wet or they not pooped or if they just comfort them a little bit? You mean you just gonna let your baby holler in this store the whole time. But I don't even see little kids falling out with tantrums anymore because what they got, an iPad that's distracting them the whole time. Kids don't even pay attention to what their parents put in the carts no more. They used to. It children. It used to be It used to be like a discussion, um like we coordinating what we having for dinner. You know what I'm saying? Like the little kids, like even their little snacks and little lunch they taking to school. Parents that had their little kid, either they old enough to walk or they in the car, and they be like, oh, we're gonna get you this for, for your lunch for this week and this. They don't even do that no more. You just all you see is the kids in their iPads, and it's sad to me. Like sometimes where I live, I do see some kids outside playing, but not like really, not like talking. You just don't. You just don't. You don't see that anymore. And it's just amazing to me how how stuff is, how things are. And it's like, what direction is the world going? What direction is the world going in? And time is steady speeding up. Time is just steady going by, steady going by. And it puts you in a place where it seems like they want people to just like really crack and just lose their mind. That's what it seems like. That's what's going out here, and what they trying to happen, because if they keep pushing this AI stuff out there, but people ain't nobody saying, oh my god, I think AI is cool. You can put this in there and it can tell you how to do this, and I can put this and this, and it's going no, come up with your own stuff. Let it make sense to you. Let it make sense to you. You know what I mean? Like it's just wild to me, guys. I just don't know what direction the world is going in. I just don't. I just have no clue. Clones. Imagine going to a restaurant and how they're going to make the food. AI, you gotta flip the burgers, or the fire department gonna be rich, and your kids don't be kids no more because people are scared of CPS. Yeah, yeah, you don't like right. Like you don't know how they're gonna be cooking the foods now. Like you can, like it's certain places now that you can go to that they got the robots bringing people the food. It's like this little thing on wheels and it's bringing people their food. Yeah, kids. Some kids is not respectable. You sometimes you can hear children say yes ma'am, no ma'am, but a lot of times you don't hear that either. A lot of times you don't hear that either. But yeah, they be having robots bringing people food. It just makes me wonder, why is it that so many people are so just on this AI bandwagon? Like, don't y'all realize that that's replacing human beings? You guys don't think about that? They talking about putting chips in people, and they talking about having flying cars. And why you gotta have a car that fly for? What's the point of having a car that flies? Or a car that drives itself? No, people just need to drive. Like, pay attention to how they drive. Put their phones down. I don't get it. And I'm gonna have an electric car. Why? It's just a lot of stuff I don't understand, and a lot of stuff is just don't make sense to me. I just feel like, you know how some people say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like some stuff don't need to be changed. I don't think certain things just don't need to be changed. And I feel like people that's out here in school, and like we was talking in the beginning, like this getting their masters and their PhD. Y'all come on, let's get together and y'all try to like don't let AI take over, because then it's like you now worked hard and went to school and did this, but now it's AI taking over. Like it just don't make no sense to me. I just don't understand. It's just replacing people. Jobs don't want to really pay people no more. They just don't. What age do you think should be the cutoff age for work? People can't even drive on the road. Ain't no need to let alone. Right. Can you imagine flying cars and the people that have them real loud cars? You know how some people have those cars that be real, real loud riding down the street? So what's the cutoff age do you guys think for work should be? What age do you think a person should not have to work anymore? What do you guys think the cutoff age should be? 50 should be a retirement age. Okay, Jemima said 52. I like that. 50. Okay. I think that's a good age too. I had said maybe about 60. Because I saw something that they were saying now that 14-year-olds gonna be able to work overnight or something. I think it's sad to see older people working. As you see, I think it's sad to see older people working. Guys, make sure you check out my cousin's YouTube page. She's in the chat, Jemima Talks. Guys, make sure you go to her YouTube page and subscribe to it. Especially at fast food. Yeah. But you know what too, Jemima, I think sometimes when people get older and they might retire or something, some of them do come back to work because they want to be busy. Some people want to be busy. Because some people don't, I think people should like travel, but not everybody want to travel. Not everybody is fond of traveling. And that's okay. It's okay if you don't want to like travel to foreign countries or just travel, because some people don't like flying, some people don't like being a long car ride, some people don't like catching the bus. It's fine. That's understandable. One thing you gotta do is respect something. If somebody don't like to do something or don't want to do something, you gotta respect them for what they don't want to do, because of their life. Yeah. I just don't. That's crazy. The old people have to work, like use the tax money to let them get disability. I think it's crazy that they use tax money for dumb stuff, like use it for homeless people, old people. Yeah. You know what I think crazy too? Why do they take taxes out of our checks and then say, "Oh, we supposed to get that at the end of the year"? I feel like whenever you do your taxes and stuff you get back at the end of the year or the beginning of the year tax season, it seems like they took way more out of my check the whole year. I ain't getting all that back. It makes you wonder, why do they take taxes out of check? Hmm. Just like when people win the lottery. Say like get the lottery 500 million and they win it. They don't get that whole 500, they might get 200 or something, because the rest, what? Yeah, at least use it for good. They gonna take it out. I'm just all for people just trying to help themselves. So that's something me and one of my cousins was talking about, and we were saying how I was telling her we got some good kids, because her children are grown just like my daughter is. I was telling her, I said we got some good kids. I'm so grateful. And one thing about it, and I'm a firm believer, a strong believer that I don't mind looking out for a person or helping a person out as long as you're trying to help yourself. But if you ain't trying to help yourself and think everything's supposed to be handed to you, I can't do it. I'm not gonna do it. And I feel like when it comes to your children, if they good kids and you don't have no problems out of them when they need some stuff or need some help or something, You don't mind helping them. Yeah, I was. Yeah, you talk about my mom, but she just told me you was with her. We good. Yeah, I'm talking about your mama. Yeah. Yes, I'm talking about your mama. Yes, you got good kids. We was talking about that. Yeah, when you got good kids, you don't mind. You don't mind helping. You don't. You just don't. They protect it at all costs. Yeah, you got. Look, you gotta raise your kids the best way you can. That's all you can do. Teach them from right or wrong, and also, and one thing me and your mom was talking about, I'm kind of different because even though my daughter's grown, I still wanna know like the people, like friends and stuff, like the people that she's around or who she hanging with. I need to know those people. I gotta meet them. I gotta see them. You know what I mean? I can't. I like. Excuse me. Say if my daughter be like, oh, she met a group of girls and oh, okay, well tell me about them. Okay, well, I want to meet them and see them just to see what type of women they are. Because you know, one thing we as women can do, we can read other women. We know how to read other women because we women. We just know how to do it, you know. And I just kind of want to just see, put a face with it. Oh, okay, you know, just so folks can kind of get my vibe. That's just what it is, you know. Even when my daughter was in high school, and this one girl she was hanging thick with. The mama, she was a sweet lady. Me and the mama was cool, but she knew who I was because I remember it was something. What was it? Picking her up or something. She was like, I knew. She's like, I did it because I knew Miracle's mom. Well, yeah, yeah. I already talked to the lady. She already knew what type of person I was. Yeah, I gotta let it be known. I just have to, cause yeah, people grown, people gonna do what they gonna do at the end of the day. But that's just me. That's just how I am. It ain't no changing it. It's just not. It's no changing it for me. I just gotta see who who they around. Oh, okay, that's who they are, and yeah, that's just how I gotta be. Cause people can put on the front that they do, but I need to make sure that you got my daughter back, just like I know she gonna have yours. You know what I'm saying? I gotta make sure that I kind of, you just do because sometimes kids can have friends that ain't no good. Take for instance that little girl that went with her friends on that trip, but what happened to her? What's her name? Shaquilla or something like that? You know what I'm talking about? Mm-mm. And even as adults, me, I got 3 people I call my friend that I trust as a friend. After that, I cut the deck. Now I got associates and stuff like that, but it's only 3 that I will consider like a friend that I trust them like that. And if I was to go out here and meet new females and stuff, we might hang, but it'd be a long time if I call them a friend. I bet that's my home girl or something like that. But as far as saying that they're my friend, mm-mm. You got friends, you just got cousins. I only have one friend that if people I ain't got time. I'm too old for no. I'm right, me too. I don't got time for nonsense either, Ava. And you know what? I don't, I don't got time for nonsense either. I'm the same way. I don't. I just don't because sometimes your friends can bring like say like if you got a friend, they can bring drama to you. Like they can have drama going on. And sometimes you can be so invested and you caught up in it. You be like, wait a minute, hold on. Trying to pay them bills and keep it moving. That's right. And that's right, Ma. You say you just got cousins. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I know, like I was telling y'all, this show I had watched yesterday, Wags Atlanta. It was what 1 episode or 2 episodes on YouTube. Like I said, I had just got through watching this one girl YouTube video, and then that show had came on or whatever. And this one lady, she go with this guy. He a boxer, and the other lady that she friends with, she go with this guy that played football, and he was the one that was doing infidelity or whatever. And the girl that, excuse me, go with the boxer, she came to her house and she was getting this camera installed in the house, but it was a socket that you plug in. That's what the camera was, and she did it behind his back. And the girl was like, I don't got nothing to do with this. And she was like, I was like, I know that's right. Don't be telling them I was over here when you did that. But you gotta, I'm telling you guys, like, you gonna have that one friend that's gonna hold your secrets for you. Right, it sounds like a tuba movie. Look, but he ended up finding out because she had the app on her phone, and it was, her phone was saying something about motion detect. He was like, "What is that thing?" And she had to end up telling him, and so he got mad and this and this and that, and he went over there and took it out took the socket thing out. She's like, "But I paid for it." So he was telling her that they needed a break, so she staying back at the townhouse and he staying at the main house that they was getting renovated. And when he went out with his homeboys, he was telling them about she did that. They was like, "Well, what did you do?" He didn't go in and tell that how when she was 8 months pregnant, she found out he had been cheating on her, putting inappropriate stuff on Instagram up on the girl pages, and DMing them and flying girls out to his games and stuff like that. So that's why she feel the way she do. And then she said when they was going to couples therapy, the therapist was flirting with him. And that's why they stopped going. He was like, "She won't flirt with me." And she was like, "She was flirting with you," but she said that the therapist would call him after the therapy appointment separately, just be calling talking to him. And she was like, she was flirting with you. He was like, "She won't." He said, "Now you're taking up for her," which he was, because if she said that the woman was flirting with you, then that's what the hell it was. The woman was flirting with you. If she put it like this, I feel like at the end of the day, she with her man, right? And if they at a therapy, it don't matter where you at. But if we at a therapy appointment and this woman vibe is making me feel uncomfortable or making me feel some type of way because she's a woman, then he need to take his girl word for it. You can make like, "Oh, she too overprotective. She just," it could be all those things. But if she said that the woman was flirting, he could have just been like, "Oh, well, baby, I mean, you said she was flirting. To me, she won't, but I understand." Because if it was a male therapist and he was calling her and stuff, how would he wouldn't like it? So don't, now she said you defending her, and that's what he was doing. And then like I told you, then this one girl, she had a party, and they had the party where the girls, bought some of those women was married and they bought their husbands, and some of them bought their fiancés or boyfriends. This one girl who was their friend, her name was Hope. She's single. Everybody was, because what happened was, it was this one girl, she married to this baseball player, and come to find out, he had been going through a whole lot of stuff, y'all, like just getting transferred from team to team. Then he lost his father unexpectedly, and she said he was just in a very, very bad depression. And he went to the doctor to get help. She said she thought she was going to lose her husband. And he went to the doctor to get help, and the doctor was giving him some type of vitamins. But anyway, to make a long story short, he was playing for the Dodgers. And when he went to go play for the Dodgers, he got tested, and they said he had some testosterone or something in his test. So he got suspended for 80-something games. So the same day that came out about him being suspended was the same day that the friend threw the party. And one of the girls wanted to throw her a party because, her husband had went, to play for the Dodgers, and she was at home by herself, just to try to cheer her up. And it was sweet. And the girl, she ended up coming to the party, but she ended up leaving. But anyway, back to what I was saying, they have a friend named Hope, and everybody, like I said, bought their men with them, and the women was dressed nice, but the girl Hope, she come up in there, she had on a black bra, some black panties, and she had on these sheer black pants. They were sheer because you could see her panties. That's how I know what color panties was. These sheer black pants and a shirt that you tied right here that was sheer. And the girl who house it was, she looked when she come in the house, she was like, what? Wait a minute, what you got on? Like, what you got on is like inappropriate. She was like, what you mean? Y'all men ain't gonna be paying no attention to me. Y'all shouldn't be paying no attention to me. This is that. And everybody, and like every girl that she spoke to, they was looking at her like, Hope, what do you have on? Like, why you got that on? This not a lingerie party. She was like, I mean, y'all the ones with the men, they ain't gonna be paying attention to me. And she was like, I'm single, I'm 25, I can do what I want to do. Yeah, you can do what you want to do, but what you going to do right now is leave my house. Because you talking about the men ain't going to look at you. That's inappropriate. You can't come up. But why you ain't coming up in my house like that anyway? Just boot it out, just add. You're not coming in my house. I don't care if the men wasn't here. You're not coming in my house dressed like that. We got to respect people. And so all the girls were sitting up there saying like, and it was this one girl that came. She was single. I think her name was Sincerely, but she like got money and she's well known with date different athletes. And she had on like some jeans and a hat, a cowboy hat and a shirt. And when she got there, she told the girl, she said, I apologize, I'm not dressed for the occasion because she had jeans on. She said, I just got off a plane. She said, oh, you okay? When she saw Hope, she looked at her, she was like, what you got on? Like, I'm single too, but dang, I ain't gonna be dressed like that. And so then when they was all upstairs and stuff like that, talking, and they had this game that they was playing, and they had these cucumbers out, and they had some condoms out too, and they gonna tell the women, and they was like, hey man, who came up with this? Okay, they gonna tell the lady that was hosting the little game they was doing. She was like, okay, pick up a cucumber that matches what you see every day. And they was like, who came up with this game? And it was the girl Hope that came up with the game. I mean, you all can maybe learn something from it. For one, I'm not finna sit up here and be. I mean, you can have whatever kind of games you want at your party, at your house. At the end of the day, you can. But I'm not gonna sit here and I'll watch. But I'm not going to participate in a game where it's cucumbers and you're telling me to pick up a cucumber that match what I see every day. I'm not going to do that. I feel like that was very disrespectful. Disrespectful to the spouse, the people in relationship. I just didn't think nothing of it. I didn't think nothing of it. I was like, that's how people get you. Friends are precious, but few, yes they are. It sounds like a Tubi movie. Yeah, look. You should have said, let me see if I can pull it up. I'm gonna see if I can pull it. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up, y'all, what this girl had on at this party. Wags Atlanta. Hope. Let me see if I can pull her up. It see if I can pull up what this girl wore to this party, y'all. Hold on. Let me see if it. Let me see. And then the one girl who had the party, the one girl that had the party, she's a cheerleader, and her sister is a cheerleader too. They look alike. And to me, just looking at that lady and the guy she married to, because she was like she used to be a cheerleader too for like I guess a football team, and she said that when she met him, she wasn't interested in him. She won't think about him. He kept trying to talk to her, and he finally won her over. And just how they talk to each other is kind of, excuse me, funny. But in the way she got that demeanor, like, yeah, you my husband and all, but I can do without you too. Like, it's either win or lose, boo. Either one. I ain't gonna, that's how she kind of come off, like her demeanor, like. And the sister looked just like her, but her sister is younger than her. And the sister and him, they got a good relationship. But at the same time, he's like, that's my little sister. He want to see like who she dating and stuff because they had went out on a date with the guy she dating. and he was an athlete. He played basketball overseas, and he was like, "So what?" He said, "What is it that you like about 6'9"?" He was like, 6'9". He said, "Who was that?" He was like, "Oh, that's what I call her," which was the woman's husband called his sister-in-law 6'9". That man was looking at him like 6'9". I said to myself, if she continued to date the guy, he's gonna be like, "What's up with you and your brother-in-law? He cool and all." But it was like when the guy that played the basketball came in, I was like, why they kind of look similar? Like they had how they had their hair kind of thick looking, and they kind of same complexion. I was in. He had went to his sister-in-law house asking her like, "Who you talking to?" Because basically he was saying his sister-in-law is known. I think she's 25 too. He was like, she's known to date a lot of the guys they play games with, and he said he don't want to be feeling uncomfortable in the locker room anytime on his little sister. You said movie suggestions. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up. Oh, Maya, movie suggestions. I got one for you. I'm gonna see if I can pull up so y'all can see what this woman had on. I got one. Well, I got one for you. It was about domestic violence, but it was with the female beating on the man. It's on Tubi, and it's called Through Sickness and Hell. That one was pretty good. Let me show y'all what this girl had on. Here we go. I'm on the wrong one. That one was pretty good. The Neighbor Vendetta is good. That's on Tubi as well. That movie was pretty good. I feel like everybody in the movie played their part. It was like people I had never really seen before. But it was basically about this lady. She was married and her husband had this business. And this girl that was like contract working through him, he was messing on his wife with the lady. He unexpectedly passed away, and the wife didn't find out about it until after he passed away. Y'all look what this girl got on. Look what she got on. That's what I'm talking about. Like right then, I would have said, baby, you gotta go put something else on. I'm sorry, put some jeans on or something. But you can't come up in my house like that. Or baby, I can see if I got something you can put on. But for one, you finna be around my husband with down. Not in my house. Let me tell y'all what I do. I'm not even trying to be funny, but this is what I do. When me and my husband have a get together at the house, because we didn't have like Christmas parties, Halloween parties, or whatever. And when people come, and if it's a couple, once everybody there, everybody have fun, but I let everybody know. I'm like, hey y'all, just so you know, these two, they together, they married. These people right here, they're a couple, this and that, and those over there single. Now everybody have fun. That's what I do. I let everybody know who with somebody. And then you can have fun, because ain't nobody finna be up in my stuff tearing it up. And that's just what it is. These people are in relationships right here, and these people single. So I let the single people, and the people that's in relationships, I let them know too. I do that every time I have a party. Every time. Right here. Let me see. Neighbor Vendetta. That's on Tubi. Through Sickness and Hell is on Tubi. Oh. On Netflix, Maya, Cassandra is good. That's a little series. That's real good. Cassandra. That's good. What else is it? It's about the series Cassandra is about this people, this family's a husband and wife, and they got a teenage son and a daughter, and they move into like this smart home. And as the series go on, like the little robot person, her name Cassandra, she's going to be doing some evil things or whatever. But come to find out, like the series, it goes back and forth and show you why Cassandra, the robot, is the way she is. Like how Cassandra became the robot. Basically, is what I'm saying. Like what happened to her and her family. You know what happened when they, just the whole ordeal of how her husband was their son, what made them make the house a smart house, and what happened to her and her journey, and it'll show you why she did and was doing the things that she was doing when it came to the smart house. And it's a really good series, and it's called Cassandra. That's good. That's on Netflix. um I'm trying to think what else did I watch that was good. hmm I'm trying to think. Let me see. Let me see what else did I watch. It was this one movie I watched with my mama about this girl who she got taken away from her mother. Tammy Roman was in the movie. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you what it was. That was a good movie. She got taken away from her mother. Okay, her mom and Tammy Roman were sisters, and she ended up going to stay with her aunt. And her aunt was, girl, I'm gonna tell you the name of the movie. But Tammy Roman played that part, but she seemed like, to me, she an evil woman anyway. She not a nice lady. I'm sorry. And the proof is in the pudding, because how she has acted on all reality shows over the years, she's evil. She not mean, she's evil. Um, the name of the movie was let's see, what was the name of that movie? It was a good movie too, guys. And it's based on a true story as well. Um, mm, let's come up with TV shows. Tammy Roman movies. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you the name of it, Maya. It's really good. It is called. Mm, that ain't it, is it? Was it this? Let me see. Make yeah, Girl in the Closet. That's what it's called, Girl in the Closet, and it got Remy Ma in it. It got Remy Ma in it. That movie was good, and it's called Girl in the Closet. That's a Lifetime movie. And then I've been watching Single Black Female. We saw episode movie 1 and 2. Single Black Female 2. We tried to watch 3, but we couldn't watch 3. But yeah, The Girl in the Closet, that's a good movie. It's gonna make you mad because you like, dang, like how she do her like that. Um, I'm trying to think what other movies I've seen that was actually good. It was one I started watching. I actually had to cut it off. Let's see. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. I'm trying. Guys, put in the chat if you got some good movies, or some movies that you think, like some good movie suggestions. Maya, do you have any movie suggestions that you can give us to try to check out? Do you have any movies that you want us to check out? Yeah, that movie with Tammy, that movie was rough. That movie was rough. I was like, wow. That movie was real rough. Have y'all finished watching, have you China got some good ones. Oh yeah, I like the one with what is it called? What's the one that's with Secret Society? Have you seen Secret Society? It's like three of them, one, two, and three, about the transgender women. That's a good series, and China is in that one. In those, and she has some other movies I saw as well that I liked. Did y'all watch Beauty in Black? Did you guys watch that, the second season? Let me see what another movie is that China played in that I liked, and I'll be able to tell you. She talking about Black China. That's what she talking about, Maya. Miracles. You said what? The substance was good. We see Black China movies. She had some good ones. Secret Society was good. Vicious Affair, that was pretty good. That was good. Um, I haven't saw Women of the Jury yet. I want to see that one. I want to see that one. The substance, the horror movie. I do want to see the new Final Destination movie, guys. Let me tell you something. It was a movie that my daughter had told me about to watch. I just saw the ending of it. It's called Found. It's on Tubi. If you like horror and gore, that's a movie that you can watch. But I, you know what? I saw the ending of it, and I told my daughter that whoever wrote that movie Found is some ain't right. Some not right with them. Something is not right with it. And the people that did the script and got these people to play these parts, and what happened at the end, whoever parents that was to that little boy, they might need to be checked out too, because ain't no way I would have had my child play no scene like that at the end. Did I finish watching Abigail? Yes, I did. I did finish watching Abigail. But yeah, that movie Found, y'all, let me tell you something. That that movie is what you call cray cray. I was like, see, I can't. That movie was something. And I told my daughter, I think she said she got it off of TikTok. I said, stop getting that stuff. That's what I'm saying, TikTok. Stop getting them recommendations off of TikTok. Let me see what other movie is good. Oh, what is that man name? The BET movie. This is on BET, Maya. It's what is it called? Fighting to Be Me. Fighting to Be Me. The Drew Curry story. I mean, the Dwayne Curry story. That's good. That's on BET. That's a good movie. That's a real good movie. And it's about this guy who's a true crime. They had did a story about him on True Crime, and that was a real good movie. It's called Fighting to Be Me, and it has the guy. I don't know if you guys watched the show Pose, but it has the guy, one of the young men that played in Pose. He's in the movie, and also AJ Johnson. She's in the movie as well, and the man that played in The Temptations, and he played in some other movies, is in there too. It was a good movie. That's a really good movie. It's about this con artist, and just showing how he became a con artist and just the stuff that he went through and stuff like that. It's good. I'm trying to think what else. BET. What happened to BET? And it's so sad because I really wish that The BET, the When You Got Able. I wish that was something that my daughter could experience growing up. Like BET and MTV. But BET used to be way better than what it is now. It used to be so good and so positive. They call it black excellent for a reason. Okay, baby. Um, we used to have 106 in Park. 106 in Park was good because let me just pull up all the BET shows. 106 in Park was really good because I'm gonna look up BET shows in the 90s and 2000s. Like BET, we had 106 in Park, which is really, really good because you had the countdown, and then you can have celebrities to come on and sing. Remember, we had Rap City. Rap City was cool. We had Teen Summit. Teen Summit was real, real good. Okay, so we're gonna go over when the shows aired, and this is just an article that I looked up, and it says 20 classic BET shows we missed. Rap City, Rap City. The show aired in 1989 to 2008. 106 in Park. It doesn't say when that started and ended. Then we had Teen Summit. Teen Summit ran from September 1989 to August 2002. And Teen Summit was a show that tailored as a safe space for teenagers to discuss news topics and issues they face in their daily lives. Um, it was really, really good. Really, really good. Comic View. Video Soul. I used to love Video Soul. I used to love me some Video Soul with Donnie Simpson. And I'm not one for like funny color eyes because I was just like, I don't know, it's just like people with funny color eyes. It's like, I don't know, I feel like their soul might be a little bit different. But Donnie Simpson had some funny color eyes. But I used to love me some Video Soul. Because it was just like the way he talked and his whole demeanor. And he always had a smile. And he was just like a one-hit person that just really did that countdown. I used to love me some Video Soul. And Video Soul ran from 1981 to 1996. Then we had Sita's work. Ava, you remember Sita? Miss Sita, baby. Let me tell you something. Sita was a virtual reality character. Sita talked to her audience, and she also answered letters and questions from the viewers. And Sita's World came on from 1999 to 2003. Sita was funny because she used to talk junk about Lil Wayne. Do you hear me? Do you remember that? Excuse me, y'all. When I tell you Sita was hilarious, she used to talk so much stuff about Lil Wayne. I don't even know who the person was that played Miss Sita, but she used to be like, Miss Sita, baby, and how she used to be just swerving her little body and stuff. And yeah, Bobby Jones Gospel. I remember Bobby Jones Gospel. That aired 1980, and it says 2016. Oh wow, access granted. Access granted went from 2001 to 2009. It says, ever wonder about all the work that goes into creating music videos? Access granted gave viewers an inside look into the production and filming of artist videos with a world premiere of the video at the end of each episode, which they did. So it was basically like one of those things where if an artist had a song out and they was going to shoot the videos, because they don't do music videos like they used to. Like music videos used to be the thing back in the day. Now, the only people that do music videos is like what, Chris Brown? That's my boy. Stick to that. Stick to it, Chris. Um, the show aired from 2001 to 2009, and one of its most famous episodes was Aaliyah filming "Rock the Boat" right before her tragic passing. And let me tell y'all something. And they got her picture right here too. I remember the Aaliyah access granted. Y'all. Aaliyah was just on 106 in Park. It's so crazy. She was just on 106 in Park, and she was on 106 in Park. It was like what? It was like a Wednesday or some Wednesday third. It was one of those days, and she was on at 106 in Park, and she was telling Free and AJ. She was like, "Yeah, we getting ready to go to the Bahamas. And, I'm doing access granted for my new song Rock the Boat." She was talking about that. And then next day, you know what happened to when I tell y'all that right there for years, and it was over the double digit in years. Because what happened to Aaliyah happened in what? It was over 20 some years ago. I tell y'all what happened to Aaliyah. Because that's when she was like really in it. You know what I'm saying? She was really, really in it, guys. Like she had did this thing on MTV. Because they had this show on MTV. And I remember her and her friend, the guy, what was his name? Eric. I think his name was Eric Cream or something like that. He was her makeup artist. I remember, he was her hairstylist, I think. And they had gotten that thing. It was like this little ride that you know how you can go to like the fair or something. Whatever that ride is that you sit down in, it's like a circle and it fling you up in the air. They had got on that. And I'm gonna have to look up that show on MTV. And she was just really in her she was just in her thing. And I'll never forget, y'all. I remember when she was on 106 in Park. And I never forget. I was at home. My daughter was little too. And this girl I worked with, I was friends with, she had called me. And she had told me, she was like, "Girl, why they saying," and I could hear the radio in the background. She was saying, "Girl, why they say Aaliyah plane crashed?" I was like, "Huh?" So I'm thinking, I don't know. I just wasn't even thinking about anything. I went in the room and told someone, I was like, "Hey, they said Aaliyah plane crashed." Soon as I said it and turned around and walked out the room, it was like, "Come here." And when I went back in there, it had on the daggone TV, R&B singer Aaliyah, in a plane crash. Y'all, when I tell you that thing right there, that's one of those things that hearing that happen to that girl, it like really, really, that like, and for after that happened, double digit years for me every single day, I thought about that. I'm not talking about I thought about it every day of my life for 5 years. I'm not saying for 6 years. I'm not gonna say 7 years. I'm not gonna say 8 years. I'm not gonna say 9 years. I'm not gonna say 10 years. I'm not gonna say 11 years. I'm not gonna say 12 years. Every day of my life, I thought about that. I thought about that because it was just wild. It was just really wild because it's like this girl was just on 106 in Park talking about she was going to shoot her video. Then they was on Access Granted where they was recording her making that music video. And they was leaving from there and it happened. That's just like, that's why you gotta cherish life, y'all. And enjoy it and be happy and not worry about silly stuff that don't got nothing to do with nothing. Like so many people be so consumed in shit that ain't got nothing to do with them. They really don't. Why you so, what? Like just have fun, smile, laugh, enjoy your life. Enjoy yourself. No matter what your situation is. You still breathing, you still alive. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Because this little young lady had a great that's what I'm saying. It don't matter who you are, how much money you got in the bank, what you got going on, who you in love with, who your relationship with. You can having the time of your life and your career, and just like that. And it won't just hurt with other people too. Other people. Other people that was with this girl, and they went down there going to the Bahamas filming this video. And you know, they probably was all excited. You know what I'm saying? They set up here and came up with this concept. We're gonna go to this place and film this gorgeous video. And you know, they had fun doing it. I'm sure they did. I'm sure the people that was with her, her team, the people that did her hair, they did her makeup, and she looked good. Some of those people was with this girl, and they lost their life too. And I know one dude that went. I think the guy that did the makeup, what's his name, Chris Maldonado. I kind of remember these people's names, y'all. One of the guys that did the makeup, he wasn't supposed to have even been there. He took the place of his friend because his friend had something else to come up. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, not too long after that happened, they had this behind the music, because that's something that used to come on VH1, and behind the music was like telling about your life and all this kind of stuff. And they had a behind the music about Aaliyah. And I remember they talked to Dame and Dash, they talked to her brother, and they talked to Fatima, and Fatima was her choreographer. And they was good friends too. And she was talking about how when they was there and they was doing the video and all this kind of stuff, and when they got ready to leave, Aaliyah and the people that left with her, when they got ready to leave, because one man was the mama's friend. She went down there because he was kind of like her bodyguard to look after her. She was saying how, like, it was like one part during the video shoot that Aaliyah had went in, I guess, in like an area where they was doing the video shoots to take herself a nap. And that woman Fatima took a picture of her while she was sleeping, and she was talking about, oh my God, she looked so beautiful. And she showed that picture, and that was such a pretty picture of her. It like she was just like an angel, just sleep. And she also, when Aaliyah and those people that was on that plane with her, when they was getting ready to leave, they got on their little boat. And she said, behind me, she told them, she said, hold on, wait a minute, let me take one more picture, y'all. And she went and she took a picture of them. And you can see her and the people that was on the boat with her, they all smiling and took that picture. And they left. And then not too long after that, I think she said her and one of the guys was somewhere eating or something. They heard that Cat got the call that happened. And she said that they drove to the site and they could see all their friends. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like one of the things where like she said, I was just telling these people bye and I love them, and now we at this site, we seeing them, all of them. Because one of the dudes, he was like, you know, he just went up to each person, you know, telling them he was sorry. Like, it was just sad, y'all. And that's what I'm saying. Like, people, you gotta enjoy life. You just have to. You can't worry about what this person doing, what that person. You just can't. You just have to have fun and enjoy yourself, enjoy your time and your space. If it's somebody in your life, okay, it could be somebody that was in your life at one time. Maybe they ain't in your life like they used to be no more. Like that, I remember how we used to have so much fun. But we don't no more. But I got this person. I'm gonna make sure I have fun with this person. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just have to just enjoy ourselves, because you just never know. And it was just that was shocking. It was extremely shocking about what happened to Aaliyah and those other people. It was very, very shocking. Very, very shocking. And then also what happened with Kobe and his daughter and those other people. Like, wasn't nobody expecting that. But I honestly don't think that when it comes to like celebrities or people that's in the entertainment world, no one, like, I'm not gonna say, I guess you could say traumatized me as much as when that happened to Aaliyah. it was just wild. I just couldn't believe that. Like, okay, when I heard about Tupac, Biggie, of course, yes, that was sad, but with her, that was just shocking to me. And then those other people too. I'm like, dang, like these folks lost multiple people, multiple friends. hmm They lost multiple friends. Nobody. They wasn't thinking that was gonna happen to them. You know, um, it's just sad. It's just sad. And yeah, that was just one of those things, man. And even on 106 in Park after it happened, they had this thing on there talking about her, and the whole audience, it was just like dry. And I never forget, it was this one girl up there, and she had on some shades, and she had her hair like, I think, a little slick. She was just like, you can tell that girl was hurt. She was so hurt, and just the whole audience, and they was just playing like her songs and just talking, and it was just wild. Just like I remember with what's her name from TLC, Left Eye. That was shocking, but that jump was crazy. But yeah, that access granted, man. I'm trying to tell you, and it was like nice because it was like it was showing when they was trying to. She was doing a water scene and just all that, and her and her friends, and they was like having so much fun. They like loved each other. They loved each other. She could tell she loved the people that she worked with, like the guys that did her hair and the guys that did her makeup. You could really tell that they really really loved each other, and that was like good to see, like the genuine, just natural of it all. Because some people, like some celebrities, stuff like, say for instance, like I used to be heavy on watching the Kardashians, and I know the people that do Kim hair and makeup. I don't really see them having too much fun like that. But you can't compare because you never know. But anyway, okay. Also, they had BET Nightly News. That was good. Hits from the Streets. I remember Hits from the Streets. That show aired from 2000 to 2003. The little slim little dude, he was funny. You had College Hill. I never really watched College Hill though. I wasn't like a College Hill person. You got Real Husbands of Hollywood. Me personally, I didn't watch Real Husbands of Hollywood. If I did, I might have seen an episode or two. Or if I did watch it, it was because it was just on, and I just saw it in passing. But the Real Husbands of Hollywood was from 2013 to 2016, and then it came back in 2022. And that show had Kevin Hart, Rob McThigg, Boris Kojo, Nelly, Dwayne Martin, J.B. Smoove, and Nick Cannon. I would say out of all those guys, Nick Cannon is cool. Um, yeah, Nick Cannon is cool. I really don't fool with Nelly like that. I don't fool Boris Kojo. I remember him from Soul Food. I really don't fool him like Kevin Hart. No. Dwayne Martin. He alright. I remember he used to play on this show called All at Night with Patti LaBelle and Vivica Fox. That was a good show. Baldwin Hills. I didn't watch Baldwin Hills, I don't think. That was in 2007 and 2009. Did I watch Baldwin? I might have seen an episode or two of that too. I don't know. Hell Date. I didn't watch Hell Date. Sunday's Best. Midnight Love. I don't remember that. Black Girls Rock. The Monique Show. I remember the Monique Show. Spring Bling. Spring Bling used to be cool because they would have some of everybody there. It make you want to be there. You like, hey, hey, hey. BET Honors. Mm. They had BET Uncut. They don't got that on here. They used to have BET Uncut. Let me see. What shows was on MTV? But I used to love me some video soul. Oh, I used to love me some video soul. Let me pull up MTV shows. Because MTV had some good daggone shows too. Like they used to have some good morning shows in the morning playing videos and stuff like that. I used to love that. Let me see. So MTV shows, you got Jersey Shore. I didn't watch Jersey Shore. I started watching Jersey Shore like when they did the reboot or something like that. You got The Challenge. Teen Mom. I watched Teen Mom. I watched Teen Mom with what's the one? What's the Lord? Hold on. Excuse me. I kind of know the children names better than I know the parents. We got Farrah. What's the girl that had the baby by Joe? What was the little boy name? What is his name? Her name Caitlin. She got a bunch of kids now by all these different men. What was that little boy name? I can't think of his name because Bentley mom. I can't think of her name. Um, what's the girl that had the twins? And then the other girl who her daddy was a dentist. I used to like her. And she had a little girl. It used to be funny because her daddy. She would call her daddy. He'd be like such and such and such and she. Because I think her daughter father name was Adam. And her daddy, he'll leave work and come see about her. She had a real good daddy. They got Laguna Beach, Awkward, Jackass, MTV Cribs. I used to watch MTV Cribs. Daria, I used to watch Real World, MTV Unplugged, Catfish. Now, what was the like music shows? MTV music shows. That's like 90s and 2000s. Pimp My Ride was good. What was the music show? Punk'd was okay. What was the MTV music shows? Let me see if I can pull it. MTV. Because it used to be BET, I mean, not BET, Unplugged. What was it? Yup, MTV Unplugged. Yo MTV Raps. Club MTV, Camp MVT. MTV Unplugged used to be good. Now, I did used to like MTV Unplugged. That was a good show. What was his name? Carson? What was his name? Hold on. They had a show with Lala. It was like different people that used to be on like that MTV show. MTV had some good shows because MTV used to have some good shows in the morning that you can listen to, the rap videos and the rap songs. I used to listen to them getting ready for work. So I used to love me some MTV. Yes, it's showtime at the Apollo. I used to stay up and watch Showtime at the Apollo. I used to stay up and watch Showtime at the Apollo. That was a staple in the house, and Soul Train was a staple in the house. Soul Train was that thing before anything else. Like Soul Train was that show with Don Cornelius. That's what I'm saying. Like we don't got nothing like that. Like when did they decide to take that down? When did they decide to take that away? Like even now when you watch the BET Awards, it's not the same no more. They had the Hip Hop Awards at a lounge in Las Vegas. What like what? It's not the same no more. And I used to love the BET Awards to come on now. It's not the same at all. What are you talking about? Like we need that type of stuff. Like you know how much it would be so cool. But ain't nobody coming out with good music no more besides Chris Brown, Usher. I'm sorry, but that song, If This World Were Mine. Stop. Pop. Die, die. Ha, ha. If this world were mine. I'm like, what is she saying? I don't like that song. I'm tired of playing it on the radio. I don't like it. I do not like that song. I just don't. Cause I don't even listen. I'm like, what is she saying? And then you got to know they have Luther Vandross up in there. What? And then Usher. I love me some Usher. That song with 21 Savage, I do not like 21 Savage rap. It's so corny. I do not like 21. 21. He said, like, come on, y'all. We got to do better. We have to do better when it comes to music. We just do. And, like I was saying last night, Will Smith now came out with a new album, y'all. Hold on. I'm hearing something. What's that noise? What's that noise? Sorry about that, y'all. I just thought I heard some squeaking. Ooh, MTV Cribs, yes. And Sweet 16. I just like Sweet 16. Yeah, the music now is just weird. But I see Will Smith got a new song out. I mean a new album out called True Story. I think I'm gonna support. And Chris Brown coming out with the Breezy Bowl. I can't wait. Can't wait. But MTV Cribs used to be good too. They used to be good. I think one of the best MTV Cribs I saw because remember when MTV Cribs used to be three, they used to show three people house at one time. I remember when you remember when Kimora Lee Simmons and Russell Simmons was married and they showed their house. Their house was the whole episode. When she tell them if you're gonna hate, you might as well change the channel. They had a huge house. She had a huge house. I used to like her little show, Life in the Fab Lane. That was a cute little show. Just showing her being a mom and getting ready for her fashion shows and um, coming out with her new looks and her doing her ad campaign. See, that's what I'm saying. Like reality shows back then used to be good. I used to like stuff like that. I used to like I used to like Kimora Lee Simmons, Life in the Fab Lane. I used to like what other reality show I used to like? Um, Remember Suzanne Wong used to do House Hunters? I used to like watching House Hunters when Suzanne Wong was like the host because I used to like her voice. That was good. House Hunters different now, but back in the day, House Hunters used to be way better than what it was. I used to like what else was it? Let me see. What was that? Um, you ever seen Jersey Licious? You ever seen the show Jersey Licious about that this lady, her and her daughter owned a hair salon and they used to be cutting up in there. Cause it was this one girl, I think her name was like Olivia. She used to do makeup, but it was this girl who used to do hair, and she was going with Olivia's ex-boyfriend, and she used to be so mean to that girl. That was a good look show. What else? What else used to be good? That was Jennifer Lopez's sister had a reality show. I'm gonna tell you what the name of it was. That was a good show. I'm gonna tell you what the name of it was. I think it was on like the I think that was on was it E or something like that? Hold on. Jennifer Lopez sister show. I'm gonna tell you what it was. Was that on? Yeah, that was her name. Her name was Linda Lopez. What was her shows that she did? She was on the Style Network and she was on the show Glow. That's what it was. I used to like that little show that she did. I used to like the Style Network. The Style Network had some good little stuff. And I used to like to watch Rachel Ray 30-minute meals. I used to love watching. I didn't miss Rachel Ray 30-minute meals. I used to love that. I used to like Nigella Bites, Nigella Lawson. I used to love. I actually like a few weeks ago, I actually went to YouTube. Let me see if they got any Nigella Lawson, shows, and they got her little cooking stuff up there. And a lot of people used to like Nigella because she like this white lady with this brunette hair, and she kind of got like a nice sized chest, and then just how she be cooking her food and how she be talking, and then she be like, oh my god, it's so delicious. Just how she act. I used to like to watch her little cooking show. Her and what's the little lady? What's the one that was on the farm with the kids and she had the dimples, and her family had this big farm. I used to love her little show too because her food used to look good. I was like, dang, I wish I was on the farm with her because I remember she would make like, they had so much land out there. And she would make, she's like, oh yeah, my father-in-law, and she would make him like a cake from scratch. That joint used to be good. It looks still good. What was her name? The little lady on the cooking lady with the farm. And what's the other little lady? With the dimples. What was her daggone name? Was the cooking shows on? What's the cooking shows on? The Cooking Network. Okay, I did like Diners, Drive-In, and Dives. He act like everything tasted good. It was this one place though I did want to try. Because when I tell y'all that food looked so good, it was this one place and they cook everything. Japanese food, Chinese, like everything. It looked just so good. I used to like Diners, Drive-In, and Dives. I used to like Best Thing I Ever Ate. And the best thing I ever ate, I used to like their shows because they had like a theme to it. I used to like that. Like it could be a theme like the appetizer that they bring to the table. Like you know how some places you go to they got rolls. This one place that this man has said that he went to, they bought all these cinnamon rolls. And the way he was talking about the cinnamon rolls, y'all, I wanted some. So watch that. The best thing I ever ate. I used to watch. I didn't watch Kitchen Nightmares or Hell's Kitchen. I didn't watch that. I used to watch what's the little chef show? I used to like Amber Lagasse. I used to love Amber. But I'm gonna tell you, I was heavy on Amber Lagasse, but then one day he boiled some oranges. I said I can't watch him no more. I had to stop. I like Barefoot Contessa. She was cool because her food used to look good. And she used to have her little shirts on when she used to cook. I used to love when she used to cook for her little husband. I thought it was so cute. I used to like her show. Yes, I used to like. I used to like the Bobby Flay whenever he would cook a meal against somebody. I used to like that. What was that daggone show with that little lady with the dimples? Of course, I said Rachel Ray, and I used to like what was the Rachel Ray? What she did was it $30 a day, and she would go around to different places and eat breakfast, lunch, dinner, and have lead a tip and be like, oh, I spent this much on this. That was cool. Not Chop. What's the one where the little chefs used to be competing? That show was good too, but some of that stuff they was cooking, I was like, man, you just because you can set fire to it, you can't. They don't mean you're supposed to eat it. Just like people eat other people. Like you don't gotta everything that you can cook, boo. You don't gotta eat it. What was that little show with that little lady? I'm trying to find it. The little semi-homemade lady, that she had a cute little show when she would cook stuff, but it would be semi-homemade. So some of it, and she always had a little decorations with it. That was a cute little show. Cooking shows on the Food Network. That's what I need to pull up. You know what? That's what I'm gonna start watching, y'all. Getting back into watching the Food Network and keep it like that. because I feel like I'll be so much happier. It won't be negativity. Um, Food Network. Let me see. Who was these people? Ina Gardner was Barefoot Contessa. Who was the little lady that had it? What was the little what's the little Italian lady that had the little dimples, little slim lady? What was her name? Was it Everyday Italian? Was that her name? Everyday. I think that was her name. I used to like her. Yep, Everyday Italian. What was her name? Jaya, Gidia. I think I'm saying her name right. This little lady right here, y'all. She had a cute little smile. This little lady. Her little food used to look good. So I think her and her husband had a little girl named Jade or something. Her food used to look real good. I liked her. And what's the lady? Was it On the Farm? What was that woman name? On the Farm? Because she had. Let me see. Here she go. Reed Drummond. That's her name. Um, I liked her. Cause her food. Let me tell you something. And she had the cutest little kids. Cause one of her little kids had the little dimples. Like her. One of the little boys. And her husband. They had that whole big. The pioneer woman. That was her name. They had this whole big. Just this big farm, like with like acres and acres and acres of land. And then she would be out there cooking. This her right here, this little lady right here. I used to like her. I used to like her little show. And say like if her sons them had little sleepovers and stuff, and I was like, dang, that food she cooking look good. She looked like she was so cool. They used to look like they had so much fun. Her and her little kids and her little husband. So I like stuff like that. Maya said Chop was her favorite. Yeah. Yeah, he had boiled an orange in Lagasa. He used to go bam, and he had boiled this orange. I was done. After that, I said I can't watch. I couldn't, I couldn't watch any more of his shows. 'Cause I'm like, why is this man up here boiling an orange? And then he would be cooking in front of their audience. I'm like, is the food good, y'all? Of course they gonna say it's good, but I'm like, was it really good? You know? Like Emerald Lagasse, he was something else. He was something like that's the type of stuff like I miss. You know what I mean? That's why I'm saying it. You know they change everything to AI. It's just not gonna be the same no more. It's just not. Like it was so youthful back then. Cause you know you had your little lineup. Cause 30, what was it? 30-minute meals with Rachel Ray. That might have came on at 5. Then you had the show at 5. I think it was like 5 to 5:30. Then it might have been semi homemade. And then after that it was the Emerald Lagasse show. He was on for an hour. And I just miss little stuff like that. I miss I just miss a whole lot of things that was like from the past. And I'm so glad that I grew up in this era. I'm grateful for it. You know what I mean? Because it's like TV was so different then. It was fun then. Um, it was less drama, and it was like real wholesome. Even like the Lifetime movies, like Lifetime don't even do like it used to anymore. Like I remember Lifetime channel used because people was talking. I had seen this thing. Somebody had put up on social media like, what channel was BET for y'all? I remember BET used to be 25. That was when you had the digital TV. I can't watch Hell's Kitchen. He fussed too much. Like anybody trying to watch somebody get fussed at all day, not me. You know what? I ain't really watch Hell's Kitchen. I think I might have watched the episode or something of it, but I never really watched Hell's Kitchen. What is another what else was it? Um, did you watch Sweetie Pies with the little lady that used to sing with Ike and Tina? and her nephew, her son Tim did what he did to his nephew. You ever watch Sweetie Pie? And what's the other? Was the Little Teapot? Little what was that other show that came on? Oh my goodness, with this little man. He was some. Let me see. What was that little man name? Here you go. Hustle and Soul. Did you watch that? Ava, did you ever watch this show? That little show, I think it only was like a couple of seasons or something. That show was something because this dude, he was like trying to get like the Michelin star, I think, if I'm saying it right, for cooking. And he had this girl, I think they was engaged, they had a child, but he was messing with another girl that worked at the restaurant. And then you got the twin brothers. They was cool. It was just a lot going on at that little restaurant. He was something. He was something. I don't know why the little show went out because that little show was it was good, even though it was a little drama. It was good. Was it? Yeah, let me tell you something. Lifetime used to be the bomb. And I remember back in the day, years ago, this was when I was in my 30s. I'm gonna be honest, it would be some weekends, like Saturdays, if I was at home and then go visit down to my mother's, they would have themes back then for Lifetime on Saturdays and Sundays. And it could be a theme like high, just say it could be like high school suspense or just something. It was a theme, and that whole day it'll be moving back, the back, or just good movies coming on. And it was them old school Lifetime movies, old Lifetime movies. Now they ain't that all that good. Yes, them high school kids movies used to be something. What's the one with the girl? What's her name? Solar Moon Fry, and she was messing with this boy, and he was like rich or whatever, but he had a little girlfriend, and she had got pregnant with by him, and he did what he did to that girl, and his girlfriend ended up becoming friends with the mom, and he ended up going to jail. Because his family was like well known and they was rich. That was a good little movie. I can't even think of the name of that one, but I'm gonna tell you my two favorite Lifetime movies of all time is A Woman Scorned, the Betty Broderick story. That's my favorite Lifetime movie right there. That one, and I like Vows of Deception. That's my daggone movie right there. With Lucinda and Clay. And what was the friend name? Lucinda, Clay, and Matt. Matt was the detective friend. When I tell y'all I love me some Vows of Deception. Woo! Because it's so raw. And the woman that played in that one is Cheryl Ladd. When I tell y'all, so basically Vows of Deception, it's these two guys. Clay is rich, rich, rich. And he has a teenage son. And his best friend is Matt, which is a detective. And they like older white men. They probably like in their 50s or whatever. And they always doing practical jokes on each other because like when they first come on, it's Matt's birthday and they had this girl jump out the cake and be dancing in front of him. Come to find out it was his ex-girlfriend. And so of course he gonna get Clay back. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pay you back, I'm gonna pay you back. So anyway, Lucinda was this lady. She was pregnant. She was younger than him, and she was on parole. And Matt was her parole officer. And when she was taking the pictures or whatever, he was looking at her, and he was like, "Can you do? I want you to do me a favor." So what he did was he hooked his friend Clay up on a blind date with her at this fancy restaurant. Cause like I said, Clay, well-known businessman, got money and stuff. And so when when Lucinda come to the dinner, they sitting at the restaurant at dinner, and then when she coming in, he like looking at her because she's an attractive woman. You know what I'm saying? he looking at her like, oh, she nice looking. And then when she come in and she take her coat off and he see that she pregnant, he like, he kind of laughed a little bit. And then he was like, do you want to, like still eat? And his friend was kind of puzzled. He was like, yeah, he wanted to date her. So they started dating, and he ended up falling in love with this lady. And like I said, she was pregnant and stuff. So she was like, "Oh, you think because like I said, he got a son." And she asked him, "Was he in the delivery room when his son was born?" He was like, "No, he was busy working this and this and that." And she asked him, "Could he be in the delivery room with her?" So he was in the delivery room with her, and she had the little girl, all this kind of stuff. So anyway, they started being together. And his friend would tell him like, "She a felon. Like, why is you talking to this girl? Like, that was a joke. I didn't mean for you to fall in love with her and stuff like that." And of course, she rocked his world, y'all. And she had a sister, and she was just doing stuff. So they ended up being together, and they ended up getting married. He married her. And when she met the son, he had a nice looking son. She was looking at him like, oh, like, She's like, I'm gonna put him in my back pocket because I already know. And so they got married or whatever. And so she would just do stuff like she got the whole house renovated and just doing all this stuff. And when she would have these parties at the house, the women would be talking about, yeah, they got their dining room table from such and such place, and it was a special order. She was just like kind of bragging. And just the stuff that she would do, like they had one party and she was had a bathing suit on up under the fur coat, and his friend Matt would just be looking at him because he couldn't stand Lucinda. You hear me? Because she was a felon and just all this other stuff. And so what ended up happening, she ended up buying a boutique. Just all this kind of stuff was happening. And one day her husband came to her. He was looking over the bills. He was like, Lucinda, you spending money like crazy. Like she going out buying these cars. She just doing all this stuff. And he telling her like you spending money on stuff. Like you need to stop. And she was like, you can't. Basically was telling him he couldn't tell her what to do or whatever. And to make a long story short, she ended up sleeping with his son, messing around with his son and this and this and that. And she ended up burning down her little boutique and all this kind of stuff. To make a long story short, the husband, he said he felt like she was having an affair. And his friend Matt was like, well, what you want me to do? What you need me to do? He was like, can you record phone calls? Because see what happened at first, he didn't know that she was having an affair. She kept getting these phone calls trying to claim like somebody was calling, threatening her. That's how come her boutique got burned down. And so he got his friend to install like to record her phone conversations, but she didn't know. When she came home one day, she was like, "What are you doing?" He said, "Clay didn't tell you." She's like, "Tell me what?" He said, "I won the bet," and he had a bottle of champagne, but she didn't know that he was recording the calls. And so what happened was she would call his son and be flirting with him on the phone, and the son was telling him to stop calling her. He's telling her to stop calling him. And the son had a little girlfriend and stuff like that. And evidently somebody broke in his house and took his gun and all this kind of stuff. Anyway, to make a long story short, she ended up unaliving her husband. And Matt, he was just like pissed off. And so when they would question her, she was just like all like kind of nonchalant and trying to make it seem like that it was the son that did it. And come to find out, she had actually used the son's gun. And what she did was they was trying to question her and stuff, but she was just doing it always seemed like she was one step ahead. And it was like basically saying it looked like it's the son that's doing it. And she was like threatening the son because the daddy had, okay, so what happened, they was ready to go on a fishing trip. And the daddy had listened to the recordings. And when he listened to the recordings, he found out that she was messing with his son, and he like burnt the tape up. And he was like, we ain't going on a fishing trip. And she was looking at him like, what? And he was like, we're not going. And so he went to his friend Matt, and he said, does anybody else have the recording? And he was like, no. He was like, I suspect that she having an affair, and I want to start divorce proceedings. And he was basically telling him that he was scared that he was gonna lose the little girl, because like I said, he'd been with the woman since she was pregnant. and been raising her. And his friend was like, "You ain't gonna lose custody." And he showed him like her rap sheet, like she was up for um, putting her hands on a child. She had like a long rap sheet, and so excuse me. And the friend Matt, he was just like, "I know she did it. I know she did it." And so they was looking at the son. They had arrested the son because she was threatening him. She was like, "Don't you remember all the times that you were saying that you didn't like your daddy and this and this and that?" So he wouldn't tell nothing. And the man Matt was like, "Is it something you want to tell me? Like tell me." He would never do it. And so what happened was the sister, Matt went to the sister and they was talking, and he was telling her, he was like, so Lucinda, she had dropped the little girl off at a party, and she was like, how long was she gone? And the sister said, oh, she was gone such and such time. He said, how you know? She said, because I was watching, I think it was um, some movie. What's that show that Della Reese used to be on? Touches from an Angel, Angel by Heaven, or whatever the little Della Reese in the little lady show. She was watching that, Touched by an Angel. And she was like, I remember because they such and such. And he was like, how do you know that? She said, oh, I record. He said, you got that recording now? So he played the tape and he was like timing it. And he told the guys, he was like, she took the little girl to the party. She could have, they was like, well, that's kind. He said, don't take long to unalive somebody, you know. So anyway, to make a long story short, she had asked her sister to go to that because she ended up leaving town. Then she went in a house somewhere else, and she asked her sister to go to the house. And she was like, "What am I gonna go to the house for?" She was like, to go get what the police is looking for." She was like, "I don't want to do that." She was like, "Go." And what it was her little girl teddy bear. She had put the weapon in the little girl teddy bear, and the sister bought it to her. And so when Matt was talking to the sister again, she was telling what happened and all this kind of stuff. And she was basically explaining to Matt that, Lucinda was like messed with when she was a child by other people. She was always, people was putting their hands on her. But that still don't make it right for her to do what she did to Clay, to unalive him. And so they gave the sister a wire and she went to Lucinda's house. But of course she crashed and crying and she just couldn't get it out of her. She knew her sister was wearing a wire. So what happened was Matt got he had got what you call it when they go to the house and can look at the house, look at everything. He went to the house, they got the teddy bear, they tore that house up. Do you hear me? All the pieces, they was looking everywhere, pulling stakes and just looking for this weapon. Because like I said, they had already arrested the son. And y'all, they was going out the front door. They was going out the front door, y'all. And when he was walking out the front door, child, this gave me chills thinking about him. He was going out the front door. It was like a plant. She had flowers around. It was this plant right there. And so when he tried to step down, he was trying to lift it up. He was like, this plant thing won't move. So he started digging in the plant. And so this other cop that was on the case with him, he believed Matt. He felt like Lucinda was innocent because she loved to flirt with a man and do all kind of crap like that. And so he was like moving the dirt and stuff. He was like, now why would somebody put cement in a planter? And so he was like, bring me some shears. So he tanned it up, busting it open, and the other dude was just standing there like, oh, this is like a waste of time. He was busting that thing open, and then when he busted open and he picked it one time, another time, and it was this thing, and there you go, he picked up this the weapon was in there, the gun was in there. He picked it up and he was like, wow, you did it. He said, yeah. He said, but is it gonna bring Clay back? You know what I'm saying? Like, he was so hurt by his best friend, like, that happened to him. It's so good. And so Lucinda was up there with the DA. And one thing I'm saying about the main dude, DA, when Matt was talking to him, and the other dude was like, well, it don't make sense. And he was like, yeah, we do gotta apply pressure to her to get her to speak. Like, cause he was like, this woman could possibly have did it. And so Lucinda was up in there with her lawyer. And he was sitting there and he said, guess what, Lucinda, we found a murder weapon. What about that? And she looking at him and she gonna whisper in her lawyer ear. And she was like, I hid the weapon. I hid it for his son because me and his son was having an affair. And back, he said, "You a liar." He was like, "I couldn't stop you from unaliving Clay, but you're not gonna damage his son." And the way he said it to her, he was so mad, like I could murder this woman. You know what I mean? Like when I tell you that little man played that part, he played that. Let me throw it up, y'all, so I can see what I'm talking about. He played that little part. That's my damn movie. He was like, "You a liar." He was like, "I can't stop you from, but you're not gonna do his son." And then they arrested her. She was like, "What about?" He was like, he said, he didn't, unalive his father. You did. He said, "You know what?" He said, "I gotta live every day of my life knowing that I brought you into his life. I gotta live with that." But he said, "You're gonna spend your all your days in a cold, cold cell." He said, "This time, Lucinda, it ain't no plan B. Drop the mic, boo." Because she always be talking, "I got a plan B for everything." That was her thing, a plan B. That's it. That's all she talked about was a plan B. And it's just the way it ended and how he said that junk to her. He said this time, he said, "I gotta spend, I gotta live my life knowing I introduced you to him." But he said, "This time, no, Slender, it's no plan B." She was looking all crazy. And then the son, you can see the son and his girlfriend with their lawyer outside, and she up there looking at him, and she getting the police car, and you can see the guy Matt when the police car roll off, he walk up the steps. That was my daggone move. Let me show y'all the little cast or whatever. Yep, Vows of Deception, honey. That was my little movie right there. Um, Trying to get a good picture so you guys can see. Okay, this Lucinda. This when she was at, and that's the guy Matt, the detective. That's when she come to meet Clay with that because she was pregnant. And this Clay right here, and this her. See how she got the little shades in her mouth? Because she thought she was something. She just thought she was like sexy or whatever. And this her sister, and that's Clay's son right there. And I'm telling y'all, the end part, that's my little movie. I love me some Vows of Deception. Yes, Vows of Deception. Guys, check out Vows of Deception. Because Lucinda just thought she was hot, you know what. And his little friend, he couldn't stand her because when she was out there, because when her little shop burned down, and Matt was telling them that it looked like somebody did it on purpose. And he was basically talking to his friend, asking him, could he like do something? He was like, "Don't ask me to do nothing like that again." He was like, "But she my wife." He didn't care. And he go to little parts right here when he saw him or whatever. Y'all just gotta watch it. It's so good. And Clay was so nice. Even her sister was like, "He don't deserve that. Like you do him, like for you to do him like that." But she did it anyway. So guys, check out Vows of Deception. Because when I tell you, that's my little movie. Yeah, he was walking out there, guys, and I was like, "Ain't that something?" And if I'm not mistaken, it's based on a true story too. It's Vows of Deception is based on a true story. Ain't that something? Yes, and he was Clay. Clay was real nice, and the little friend, he was nice too, y'all. That movie was so good, and it's like when you watch it, you be like, "Dang." And it's just go to show when you don't give up, And she felt like because she had the money and he had the money, she could just do whatever she wanted to do. And it was like, even her sister was like, she would get mad. She was like, "He is a good man. Like, why are you doing it?" She'll just go turn around and get all kind of cars and vehicles. And especially when she was coming over to the son, she had got like this drop top red car, and she gonna tell the son, "You want to go with me for a ride?" Talking about some I think the transmission. How the transmission messed up when you just bought this car off the lot. And so what happened was when Clay found out that she was messing with his son, she had got a call for her to turn the car in, and so when she had to go turn the car in, because Clay owned car dealerships, he had money like that. And when he told her to turn the car in, she was like, "Okay, I have that one." He was like, you can't have that one. She was like, "Okay, well, I'll take this one then." He was like, "No." He said, "Mister," he was very specific about the car that you get. It was this little hoopty. She was like, "Oh, I know you." She was hot. She was like, "I know you tripping." And then I think he got rid of all her credit cards and everything. Yeah, yeah, he got rid of all her stuff. He was like, not no more. You was cut off, boo boo. He didn't ever say anything to the son. He didn't ever say anything to the son. And I remember when that happened, because she was telling him for him to change his will, and he ended up changing it. He had ended up changing it, but then when he found that out, that same day, he had this little secretary. She was this little older lady, and she came in there, and he was like, "Hey, I need you to cancel such and such and such." And she was like, "Is everything okay?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "Get my lawyer on the phone for the such and such will." She was like, "Right away." So when he told Lucinda that that the trip was off, and when she ended up going to the office, I think it was like the next day, and she was like, "Well, where is he at?" She's like, "I can't say." That little lady was like, "I'm not telling you where he at." And so he did get the what you call it? He did get the wheel changed. He got the wheel changed from her back to the son. So she was threatening the son. It was just all kind of stuff going on. But check that out, y'all. Vows of deception. Child, I've been on here a long time, y'all. It's Saturday, boy. It's a Saturday. I'm trying to think, did I get anything? Oh, yeah. Right. Yeah, he was because like even when she was like renovating the house, because they had like this mansion. It was nothing wrong with the house. It was nothing wrong with the house at all. It was a nice house, and she was just renovating and stuff. And then, like I said, they would have little parties at the house, and she would like they'll auction off like a painting or something else. So they auction off, I guess, this little fur coat, but she had this little two-piece bathing suit on up under. She up there just flaunt, and Clay was an older man, so he was all happy. She made him feel young again. She stroked his ego. His friend was sitting there looking like he couldn't stand her. And it was something. He was like, "You a liar." He said, "I can't stop by that God, you gonna say his son." And when he was saying that to her, she was looking at him like this, because she'll do that when she get mad. She'll squint her little eyes. She was squinting her eyes like that. And when he said that part about him have to live with bringing him to your life, he said, "But this time in no plane." She couldn't even say nothing. Sitting up there looking real crazy. And he wanna play in big room. And see what happened was it was a call to their house. So Matt didn't know what had happened just yet. So when he got there, it was like a lot of cop cars, ambulance, stuff like that. So when he got on the car and he was going in, and that little dude was like, "It's Clay," and he told him he was on the line. He was looking like what? And when he walked in the house, she's sitting on the steps with a little napkin in her hand, not one tear, but just sitting there like she crying. He looked at her, and he went upstairs, and they had him covered up, and it was like he was laying there asleep, but you could see the little blood or whatever. He pulled the cover back, and he was rubbing him on his head. You could tell he wanted to break down, but he was just keeping his composure. He was like, stuff, and they were saying, "Oh, we got people such and such." He was like, "What about this?" They were saying, "Oh, we got this and this. What about this?" And he was like, "She did it." And the guy was like, "We can't say." He said, "You can." He said, he was like, "She did it." He just knew she did it. And he was like, "So are you going to arrest her? We can't arrest her." He said, "You what you mean you can't arrest her? You can arrest someone for bad breath if you wanted to." And they made him get out of the room because he was finna whoop that man's tail. And that's like I said, there was the other cop that was kind of saying, because it was him, and the DA, they was working together, and they would have conversations, and the guy was kind of like questioning stuff or whatever. And so he was like, no, this woman she did that. And so when he was busting up that planner, he got it. Guys, this is my little planner that I put together. I might have to give it a go, guys. Hello, how are you? Hey. Huh? How you doing? I'm good. Good. All right, guys, I'm getting ready to get out. The man don't play. Yes. I'm about to get out this live, guys, because I just came home and I got some stuff I got to do. But I might come back on later on today. I don't know. But I appreciate Ava, Mir, Alice, and Jemiah. I appreciate you all for joining in the live and commenting. You all had a good day, and we're going to be chit-chatting again soon, guys. Ava, you have a good weekend. You have a good night. And, girl, we're going to be working on this weight loss, healthy living, all of that together, okay? So stay tuned. I got some videos that I gotta finish editing and upload this from like February. So they old. But I'm gonna have some new content coming out there for y'all soon, okay? So we're gonna lock it in, and we're gonna do a new challenge as well, okay? All right, you have a good weekend, you stay blessed, and you take care. All right, y'all, peace.